Carol Baker with KCP&L. I'm chair of the board, and I'd like to welcome you to today's luncheon. At this time, I'd like to introduce Pastor Brandon Park with First Baptist of Raytown, who will lead us in the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good afternoon. Would you pray with me? Our most gracious Heavenly Father, God, we want to thank you so much for the opportunity that we have to come together as a community, Lord, to eat together, to learn about the vision, Lord, for our Raytown community today. Father, we just pray, Lord, that you would empower each of us to be good citizens, Lord, to love our country, to love our state, to love our city, but God, ultimately to love you. Father, I pray that all of us would be people who obey the great commandment, to love the Lord our God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength, and to love our neighbor as ourselves. We thank you so much for the food we've been able to enjoy together. In Jesus' name we pray, amen. Amen. At this time, please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor. I have the honor of introducing our elected officials and guests today. Because, in the interest of time, please hold your applause until I've introduced everyone. From the city, we have Mayor Michael McDonough, City of Raytown, Karen Black, Alderman Ward 1, Jim Azier, Alderman Ward 2, Janet Emerson, Alderman Ward 3, Bill Van Buskirk, Alderman Ward 4, Steve Myers, Alderman Ward 4, and Eric Tiemann, Alderman Ward 5. We also have in attendance Chief Jim Lynch from the Raytown Police Department and Chief Matt Mace from the Raytown Fire Protection District, Bob Palmer, a member of the Fire Board, Mayor Chris Turnbow, City of Raymore. I'd also like to extend a warm welcome to several of our other guests and mayors who are attending today and will be introduced later by Mayor McDonough. Thank you for joining us. We also have from the school district, Rick Moore and Amy Tittle, board members. And from the Public Water Supply District Number 2 board, we have Jim McClanahan, Joe O'Dwyer, and Richard Tush. Let's welcome everyone. And at this time, I'd like to ask our Chair-elect, Renee Pertee with Arvis Bank, to join me as we welcome one of our new members to the Chamber. Renee is also the co-chair of the Membership Services Committee. Right. Martin Underground Construction is our newest member and is being represented today by Jeff Martin. Jeff, would you please come forward to receive your new member materials? Martin Underground Construction is a utility contractor and has been in business since 2005. They moved to the Raytown facility in 2013 and currently employ 50 people. They primarily work in Missouri and Kansas, but also do some work in Iowa and Oklahoma. Their services include all aspects of underground, aerial, and fiber splicing construction. Let's welcome Jeff Martin and Martin Underground Construction to the Chamber.
Hi, I'm Renee Pertee from Arvis Bank and would like to go over the chamber events. So if you guys could get out your calendars and get things marked down. Next month, our chamber luncheon is going to be March 22nd, and it will be at V's Restaurant. We will learn about the Rock Island Corridor update. So that's all exciting stuff that's going on in Raytown. We're also planning a lunch and learn on March 30th. That will be at the Raytown Wellness Center. It will be on disaster planning for your business and municipalities. Now, I know a lot of you have been able to warm up those golf clubs this past week while we've had great weather, but we're also needing you to mark your calendar for May 18th for the Raytown Chamber Rotary Golf Club Tournament, which will be at Royal Meadows. Title sponsor on that is Dick Smith Ford. Another great event we have coming up will be our annual Raytown Night at the Royals Friday, June 2nd versus the Cleveland Indians. Tickets will be on sale in March for $36 or $15. And don't forget the Chance of a Lifetime raffle where you can catch the ceremonial first pitch. Also, I wanted to remind you that this past week you received an email from our Membership Services Committee. That survey is on labor and our labor force. So if you could each complete that, and if you're not the one at your business that feels that they should be completing that, if you'll please forward it to the correct person. I would like to introduce our luncheon sponsor today. We want to thank KCP&L for sponsoring our lunch, so we'll hear from Carol again.
Thank you. KCP&L is very pleased to be able to sponsor today's luncheon. We have a great relationship and partnership with the Chamber as well as the city, and we really appreciate the opportunity to be part of today's program. I'd also like to introduce my colleague, Melvin Norrington, who's beginning his first term on the chair of the Raytown Chamber Board. Melvin, would you please stand? This is Melvin Norrington. You probably don't think a lot about KCP&L until you get your bill or the lights go out. Those are the two times people tend to think about us. But we have a number of programs that will help you in your homes and your businesses with energy efficiency, lighting retrofits, weatherization, information about rebates on your heating and cooling facilities. So any of that information is available on about our programs and is available at kcpl.com. So if you have questions, please feel free to go look at the resource, and then if you have questions, you can always get in touch with me or get in touch with Melvin, and we will get you to the right person. But again, we appreciate being able to partner with the Chamber today on this special program. And speaking of our special program, because in the interest of time, we are going to move along quickly on our agenda, and it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mayor Michael McDonough. Mayor McDonough has been a Raytown resident since moving here as a young child. A proud Raytown South graduate, Mayor McDonough started working for the City of Raytown a year after his high school graduation. He began his career in law enforcement in 1975 and has served the community for more than 39 years. During that time, he received several awards, maintained professional certifications, and served on the boards of local nonprofits, further solidifying his commitment to the Raytown community. A proud father and grandfather, Mayor McDonough's vision is to collaborate with others to ensure Raytown continues to be a wonderful place to live, work, play, learn, and do business. Please welcome Mayor Michael McDonough.
Well, I can officially say good afternoon now. Glad to see this so well attended by so many friends and colleagues. I'm going to introduce a couple of people who didn't get introduced before I asked to be able to introduce them myself. First of all, would you please stand, Associate Circuit Judge Jeff Keel of the 28th District, a very good friend of mine. Another very dear friend of mine, Mayor Carson Ross, Blue Springs, Missouri. Also a good friend of mine, Mayor Dave Slater, Pleasant Valley. And then Barb Schlapia and Richard Tush of the Raytown Fire District Board, along with Bob Palmer, but they already introduced him, so that was our agreement we were going to do. So anyway, I'm glad everybody made it. I'm so glad that everybody's here to listen to what I have to say about our wonderful, wonderful city. I also want to thank, at the very least, the Raytown Chamber for putting on this event again this year. This is my second year, and it's just been fantastic. First year I was scared to death. This year it's a little bit easier seeing some familiar people and having gone through this before. I want to recognize all of our first responders, past and present, police, firefighters. Would you please stand? I also want to recognize our emergency medical personnel. I believe we got one at least. Next, will all of the veterans that are in the room stand to be recognized for your service to these United States of America? Very good. Thank you very, very, very much. All these people touch so many lives in what they do or have done. This past year, as a nation, we lost 140 police officers, 87 firefighters, and 14 military personnel to on-duty deaths. May I ask, please, for your moment of silence for these people. Thank you, and God bless them and all of their families. Thank you for your service and your sacrifice. Because of our citizens who have served as first responders, and to those having served our nation in other ways, we enjoy a place where people are not carted off in the middle of the night just because of religious beliefs, political views, or what is said in the news media. We are free to ridicule our elected officials without fear of disappearing in the night, even if oftentimes those comments are without basis. We are a free people in a free country. May that never change as long as free men and women have breath in their bodies in these United States of America. I would like to tell you more about our wonderful city of Raytown. I grew up and went to school here, as she said. And as many of you know, as she said also, I spent almost 40 years on the Raytown Police Department. And I'm honored to continue to serve as your mayor. We at City Hall and across this city have a heavy history with a lot of different things going back to the Santa Fe, California, and Oregon trails that cross through this city. And on those trails are 3 places that are on the National Registry of Historic Places. Those are Cave Springs, Raytown Historical Society, and Rice Tremonti Mansion. We will soon also have a branch of the Katy Trail, which is called the Rock Island Corridor, which you all have heard so much about. That will join these other trails and intersect with them in the downtown area of of our city. That particular trail will run somewhat north and south. The people who live, work, and play here are a varied group. Here our diversity transcends that of color and origin. People of all ages make up our population, and their ancestries originate from every part of the globe. We Raytowners are all of different religions and creeds. We are surrounded by a major metropolitan city of Kansas City, Missouri, and are part of all the suburbs that surround it. But we still have our small town feel, our pride in caring for one another like no other place in this area. Our people are a very proud, hardworking, and giving community. We are above all else a true picture of the diversity that is America. We come from all political backgrounds and work in many different fields. Our children play together, they go to school together. Our old interact with our young, and that, along with so many volunteers and organizations, is what makes this community continue to be as great as it is. Many of our service organizations are constantly active and make a tremendous impact. We have our differences at times and when things don't go well, but we are always there for one another, and that is what I am most proud about Raytown. As I say, suffering some allergy problems. As I say quite often nowadays, welcome to Raytona Beach, where every day is a holiday and every meal is a feast, and we're always on the sunny side of the street. You get that feeling often in watching how we all interact with each other, holding doors for the ladies or the elderly, and paying it forward out of the blue without letting the next person know you're doing it, helping our neighbors, whether it is through the Truman Heritage Foundation Brush of Kindness, a type of Neighbors Helping Neighbors program, or through church, REAP, Shepherd Center, Kiwanis, and the Optimist Club. And there's others out there too numerous to mention. These people that are part of our community gather at Christmas time to sing Christmas carols in our newly lit streetscape with lights bought by the Raytown Main Street Association. And the decorations put up by local volunteers. And as of this year and from now on, while I'm mayor here, the city workers and the Parks Department will join with those volunteers to get the lights up like we did this past year. It looked absolutely beautiful, did it not? All these things make living here all the more worthwhile. Where else can you live in a major metropolitan area and still live in a small town? Where else can you be seemingly 5 minutes to anywhere in Kansas City? We are reemerging as a destination again. With our Board of Aldermen, our fresh city staff, our top-notch police department, modern fire district, and emergency medical services, as well as our fantastic schools, it is but a matter of time before you see our improvements, and we no longer are the best-kept secret in Kansas City. It will be known that Raytown is a fantastic city to raise your families, play, work, and live life. Let me give you a little rundown of what's happened this last year that's so exciting. First of all, I hired back Tom Cole as the Economic Development. Thank you. As the Economic Development Director of the city about 7 or 8 months ago. Tom comes with a high degree of diplomacy, education, knowledge, and he comes with us with a Master of Business Administration degree, a Bachelor's of Management from Northwest Missouri State University. Tom also carries certifications in economic development professionalism and the International Economic Development Council, Washington, D.C., and many others. He also comes with a zeal for developing a winning attitude at City Hall and Raytown, as well as working to bring businesses here and streamlining how operations are done to make the most of the taxpayers' dollars. He understands the needs of the community and the visions of the Board of Aldermen. The second person that we brought forward from inside was Brianna Burritcher, who was also promoted from within. She was an assistant finance director and is now the city finance director. Can you please stand? Oh, there she is, over there. I'm excited about this promotion as she brings with her a great knowledge and know-how regarding the job. She has great management skills and works well with the employees under her direction. She comes to us with a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting from UCM, one of my old alma maters, and a public manager certificate from KU. We won't hold that against her. The other one is Katie Horner Gonzalez. Katie, can you please stand? She was also promoted from within. She was the interim Public Works Director and is now the Public Works Director. She brings with her a Bachelor of Civil Engineering degree from UMKC and is currently working towards her Master of Public Administration, again at KU, and attended the APWA Young Leaders Academy and is a member of the American Public Works Association. Oh, and she wanted me to make sure I made this point, that she wanted me to add that she's also certified in pure awesomeness. Ray Hadarapur, where are you at, Ray? Ray's been with the city for quite some time in different positions, but always somewhere in the community development area. He has a Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering and Technology in Pittsburgh State University. He also has the University of Kansas Certified Public Manager, 3 certifications from Construction Code Council, electrical, mechanical, and plumbing. 12 years of experience in public service includes graduate engineer, infrastructure inspection, that's a mouthful, supervisor with the City of Kansas City, Missouri, and then 6 years as neighborhood services supervisor with the City of Raytown. We recently restructured how we are doing things, and we brought him forward as a full management rather than being under somebody else's tutelage. Missy Wilson, who is not here, but that is our newest find. She will be coming to us March 1st. We're really excited about this. She is going to be our economic development person to fill in where Tom Cole had been. She has experience in the economic development field, the Kansas City area, having served as Vice President of Developmental Services and Business Development Specialist for the Economic Development Corporation of Kansas City. In those roles, she administered over 200 development projects, including the management of 20 TIF finance projects, 14 land clearance for redevelopment authority projects, 10 planned industrial development authority projects, and numerous community improvement district projects. Missy will be joining the City of Raytown on March 1st after departing her current role as Executive Director of the Martin City Community Improvement District. If you've not been out there, take a look at what she's done out there in Martin City. It's amazing. Missy will not only be an amazing asset for the city's economic development efforts, but will also fill this final leadership role in the city's development efforts and the city's staff management team. Her ability to exercise discernment in decision-making and execution are unparalleled, and we are very fortunate to add Missy to our team. This is what Tom Cole put in the paper the other day. These people are the team that is the governing body that we have hired as a board and the mayor, and will continue to help make cool things happen, as Tom Cole would say. They are talented, educated, hardworking, and are already making a difference in Raytown through their dedication to its citizens. And again, the next time somebody tells me we can't draw people that are really decent, I don't ever want to hear that again. These people are just the best of the best and the creme de la creme. So Raytown is important, and Raytown is very interesting to a lot of really great people. Now we're going to move on to the different departments. We'll start off with the police department. Raytown Chief Police James Lynch announced many successful events and accomplishments by the Raytown Police Department and its members over the course of 2016. The department's mission is to enhance its services to the residents and businesses of Raytown. Events, programs, and initiatives include April 23rd, the Raytown Police Department partnered with Raytown Human Relations Commission and presented a community forum on traffic stops. The community forum included presentations by Raytown police officers of various traffic stop scenarios, followed by question and answer sessions involving forum attendees. On June 14th, the Raytown Police Department hosted their annual safety fair at Carnegie Park. The event provided the public with an evening of crime awareness and prevention through interactive and vendor displays, including up-close and personal vehicle displays from the Raytown Public Works Department, Raytown Police Department, Raytown EMS, and the Raytown Fire Department. The safety fair was the perfect way for Raytown community residents to come together for a family-friendly event, and it's been held for many, many years. It's just a wonderful thing. On June 28th, the Raytown Police hosted a community forum on use of force issues. Raytown police officers discussed personal experiences and utilized video presentations to portray real use of force incidences. From September 7th through November 9th, the Raytown Police Department held the Raytown Police Department Citizens Police Academy. The Raytown Citizens Police Academy offered 14 citizens the opportunity to learn more about the operations of the Raytown Police Department, and topics included crime awareness, crisis negotiations, role-playing and traffic stop scenarios, patrol operations, gangs and narcotics, SWAT, and FATS, which is Firearms Training Simulator system, which allowed Academy attendees to engage in simulated firearms training scenarios. How many people currently in this room right now have been through this? Please stand real quick. Let's see who all was. As you can see, a myriad of people and it was a very good program from what they all told me. So if anybody's interested, I think we're going to have another one soon. In April and October, the Raytown Police Department participated in Drug Take-Back Days. The initiative provided the opportunity for Raytown residents to dispose of unused or expired prescriptions and over-the-counter drugs at 2 locations, no questions asked. 1,226 pounds of drugs were collected. In October and November, Raytown police officers and community members came together for coffee with a cop in an informal, neutral space to discuss community issues and ideas, build relationships, and drink coffee in a relaxed atmosphere. The events were held at the Bowen Apartment Special Events Room, The View, and at Hy-Vee. All community members were invited to attend. Coffee with a Cop provided unique opportunities for community members to ask questions and learn more about the department's work in Raytown neighborhoods. Coffee with a Cop aimed to advance the practice of community policing through improving relationships between police officers and community members, 1 cup of coffee at a time. Through 2017 and beyond, Chief Lynch and Raytown Police Department are committed to engaging with the community and developing long-lasting relationships to work together to maintain a safe community. I overlooked one award to an employee last year. Her performance during a tornadic storm. Sherry Henning, where are you at, Sherry? Please stand. Sherry Henning was given the 2016 Lee Summit Fire Department Unit Citation for performance of duties of the highest standards of the fire service, and that was during a tornadic event. It started here in Raytown. It was real close to my house. I saw it. Now we'll move on to Public Works. The city maintains 331 miles of roadway. If you stretch our roads end to end, they would span from Topeka to St. Louis and then another 20 miles. 830,000 linear feet of sanitary sewer, that'd be the same distance between Raytown and Springfield. 4,000 sanitary manholes, 200 sanitary cleanouts, 320,000 linear feet, that's 60 miles, of storm sewer, Kansas City to Topeka, 2,875 stormwater structures, and 25 signalized intersections. A lot for a 10-square-mile city. The city of Raytown boomed during the 60s, which is when most of our infrastructure was built. Over 50 years later, much of it is reaching the end of its projected life, and this is why we are focusing on maintenance of our infrastructure citywide. 2016 was an exciting year for Public Works Department. Many projects progressed, and we even saw a huge transformation in our downtown business district with the construction of the downtown streetscape. The beginning stages of a new configuration of Raytown Road and 350 Highway began to take shape, and inspection and engineering staff worked closely with private developers to ensure the new development was within city requirements while also resulting in a positive product for the development and the city as a whole. Storm sewer projects. A new focus on storm water throughout the city has led to a number of projects and investments to help move these overall statuses forward. The previously unfunded stormwater infrastructure now has Stormwater Fund, which will help to support the construction of planned and unplanned stormwater projects. In 2016, they made stormwater improvements that totaled over $200,000 in emergency repairs. I don't know if you saw some of them, any of the pictures or anything in the paper or whatever, but literally had sinkholes where part of an intersection would just disappear. Some of those pipes were even older than that. Some of them were over 70 years old. While none of these projects has been anticipated, staff and city leadership worked closely together to find safe, effective solutions that provided a long-term solution to significant stormwater concerns. Now on to sewer water project. 4 major sanitary sewer repair projects came to nearly $90,000 in repairs. Investment in smart covers, which assist in the flow monitoring of sanitary sewers throughout the city. Initial review of the sanitary sewer billing structure and the current outflows from the city into Little Blue Valley Sewer District will lead to a rate study in 2017 and an overall evaluation of the status of the sanitary system in coming years. As you all know, we had a little bit of a uptick due to a lot of rain last year infiltrating our system. An ongoing aggressive cleaning and maintenance schedule keeps our sanitary sewers cleaned and reduces the number of backups in our system. On roadway projects, the downtown streetscape is a $1 million downtown streetscape project, breathed new life into our downtown business district on 63rd Street. The improvements included expanded sidewalks, new signals at the intersections of Cedar and Raytown Road, improved landscaping, decorative street lights, and a more welcoming and vibrant downtown. Following the construction of the project, banners were installed along the corridor, which would be changed out for each season, and our best ever holiday lighting ceremony took place. Coming this year, we will see installation of new benches and trash cans in the area. We are looking forward to continue reinvestment in the downtown business district as we revitalize and rejuvenate our beautiful and historic downtown district. How many people really like that new downtown? Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely fantastic. Lends a whole new beginning to that whole downtown area. Building maintenance projects, we're going to have some real big ones coming up. Replacement of the City Hall's HVAC and roofing will be underway this spring, as well as some of the improved signage throughout the City Hall to better serve our residents. Our air conditioners and roofing, they're really old. We had to evacuate the building the other day for a short time while one of the units caught fire basically and sent smoke into our building. So it's time. Our operations crew continue to provide exceptional service, including our snow and ice response. Our Public Works operations crew are responsible for the operations and maintenance of 830,000 feet of sanitary sewers, 320 feet of stormwater pipes, all 331 miles of streets, 25 traffic signals, and maintenance and repair services for our 100-vehicle city fleet. The goals for 2017 are to finish up the benches and trash cans with downtown streetscape, the 59th Street sidewalk going from Raytown Central Middle to Woodson, that's going to happen. Blue Ridge bike lanes, we're still discussing that. 83rd Street Bridge with the use of a $600,000 grant for the construction of the new bridge. That bridge is estimated to last 75 years. It's a 50-year-old bridge that was meant to last 30 years. So that tells you what kind of shape it's in, and it carries a lot of traffic. Design is in its final stages, and we put out to bid in construction later this year. Engineering and administration, expansion and further promotion of cleanup coupon program, development and implementation of annual maintenance programs, increased focus on community education and public works operations and responsibilities. The replacement again of the HVAC system at City Hall, and in operation and maintenance, review 5 sewer sheds per year. Continue the city's exemplary snow and ice removal that is timely, efficient, and effective, and provide a safe environment for all those who work, live, and come to the city of Raytown. Community development. Going to continue our partnership with Truman Heritage Habitat for Humanity, providing home improvements services to our citizens. This is a program, like we said earlier, Brush Kindness, where it helps people that are not able to use volunteers, but it helps pay for the materials with small loans so that they can fix up their houses, making their houses livable, and also allowing the neighborhoods to be a lot better. The idea obviously is you don't want to take somebody that's 75, 80 years old and keep slapping them with codes violations, which aren't going to do any good. So you get with them and partner with them on these programs and get their houses fixed up so it looks better for the neighbors and they can stay in place. Continue partnership with KCATA for providing transit services to Raytown residents. Continue working towards silver status for the community of all ages. Change Development and Public Affairs Department name to Community Development. Comprehensive plan review began at the staff level, preparing for complete revision in 27-18. Make zoning ordinances more user-friendly by making land use informative and more accessible to staff and public. Identify properties that can be rehabbed or redeveloped through the partnership with the Builders Development Corporation. Continue to develop neighborhood revitalization and reinvestment program in partnership with local and regional entities. Develop a communication vehicle to increase community participation. Below are some of the examples of the construction activities in the past 12 months alone, just the last 12 months. New commercial buildings, Quick Trip at 350 Highway in Maple. The Valero started their started their new construction on their new building at 6509 Raytown Road. Dollar General, 5105 Blue Ridge is complete. Dollar General on 63rd Street was just started not too long ago. And the long-awaited Freddy's on 350 Highway, which should be done sometime in the next few months. Major commercial remodels. The nail salon on 350 Highway, right there next to Hy-Vee. Raytown Wellness Center remodel and reopening. Hy-Vee Market and Grill. Hy-Vee Health Clinic. Laurel Hills Elementary School. Raytown South High School. Raytown South Middle School. The Walmart remodel and repair, and the cell tower removal and replacement there at 8415 Lane. 6 gas stations underwent major remodels. They put in restaurants and they remodeled the inside of their buildings and did some fixing up on the outside. Taco Bell remodel, Dairy Queen remodel, Wendy's remodel, Crane Brewery tap room, awesome place. Major thrift, Los Campos, and soon the start of the major remodel of the Church's Chicken. And I got to remind everybody that almost all but one of these restaurants has gone non-smoking after their remodeling without the governing body or anybody telling them they had to do that. They did it on their own. Moving on to Parks and Recreation. Raytown Parks and Recreation Department hosts the Raytown Arts and Music Fest at Carnegie Park in August. Returning will be a group that was featured last year called Liverpool. Awesome people. Lion Eyes, they were great. The event brings together multiple community service organizations to promote Raytown and attracts visitors to the city and support of local artists and musicians. If you haven't been out there, it's awesome. Local sponsors like Dick Smith Ford, Vance Brothers, Sabre Cycle, and Funhouse Pizza make the event possible and provide free admission to the public. Attendance was estimated at 4,000 people last year. I can believe that. Next was a completion of phase 2 of the 1.5-year-long park master plan with the consulting firm that cost us $78,000. Vance Brothers Asphalt came in and completed a chip and seal overlay at Coleman Park Walking Trail and Carnegie West parking lot at a cost of $44,000. The project was completed in cooperation with Public Works through the city's asphalt street overlay bid. Expanded community recreation programs, including 440 kids, which is up from 350 in 2015, in our youth basketball program. That's awesome. Awesome. Offered several free public programs: Kids Fishing Derby, Carnegie Kids Day, 4th Annual Arts and Music Festival, and free movies in the park in cooperation with other agencies. Offered 4 movies in the park events at no cost to the park visitors, with average attendance of about 75 people, mostly all families. Assisted Rice Tremonti with grounds maintenance, brush haul off, and hazardous tree removal. Park staff provided assistance to the Raytown Public Works Department and snow removal services at City Hall and EMS. Raytown certified for 9th consecutive year as a Tree City USA by the Arbor Day Foundation. Raytown Tree Board hosts annual Arbor Day ceremony at local schools to educate students on the importance, impact, and significance of trees in our community. And partnered with Main Street Association and Public Works to coordinate, plan, and install holiday lighting at the downtown Pocket Park. The Raytown BMX facility hosted the 2016 Red Line Nationals, a National BMX Association event for the second time in 5 years. The event attracts 650 BMX riders from all over the country to Raytown's BMX track, providing a significant economic impact to local businesses, including restaurants and grocers. If you've never seen that, I went there last year. Pretty amazing to see little itty bitty kids all the way to people my age that are out there riding BMX up and down that track and racing each other. It's pretty amazing. Lots and lots of people. 2017 upcoming initiatives and work in progress ensure the growth of the park system to keep pace with the needs of the community and not outpace the financial or organizational resources of the department. Study the potential for a downtown park as a central meeting space for the community to be constructed at a reasonable cost in partnership with Main Street Association, city, and other community partners. Implementation of several key initiatives identified in the Parks Master Plan. Study the feasibility of a stormwater park sales tax referendum in 2017-18. Updates to several Raytown Park playgrounds with staff labor. Fiscal year 16-17 budget includes $50,000 for park improvements, including a potential disc golf course or dog park. Researching alternative funding and grant opportunities for the purpose of land acquisition and development of a park in underserved areas of Raytown, including the 7-acre Blue Ridge Nursery. That's up at Woodson and Blue Ridge Boulevard. Prepare plans for future repurposing of the Super Splash Water Park. The park will close for the 2017 season. However, the park board is considering how the park might be redeveloped to meet residents' needs. Partner with the Public Works to develop plans for street bike paths connecting Raytown parks with the Santa Fe, Oregon, California trails and the Rock Island corridor. Partner with Chamber of Commerce and assist with new project and support downtown redevelopment and assist with landscaping on the 63rd Street streetscape project. As you can see, everybody working together to make things better. Community partners support mission of area community service organizations, Raytown Arts Council, Raytown Rice Tremonti Board, Raytown Tree Board, Baseball Association, REAP, Rotary Kiwanis, Raytown Historical Society, Council on Aging, and the Raytown BMX Board. Continue to maintain Pocket Park site at Raytown Road and 63rd Street and maintain the 9 Welcome to Raytown signs located at critical community entrances. In department facts, Raytown Parks and Recreation has no general obligation debt. 4 divisions, Parks Ops, Administration, Recreation, and BMX Lagoon, 33 acres leased to the Jackson County at Little Blue Trace Park, located in Kansas City, and 2 special use areas of Super Splash Water Park in the BMX track. 1 historic site listed on National Register of Historic Places, which again is the Rice Tremonti home. And emergency medical services. From November 1st, 2015 through 31st of October 2016, they ran 4,515 calls for service, an approximate 5% increase over the previous year. They held 2 EMT classes with 19 students graduating the class. They held numerous community events, which included life support, first aid, CPR, AED training, and the CERT class, which is Citizen Mercy Response Team, Police Department and Public Works, as well as Raytown Christian Church. This included CPR and first aid training for approximately 80 students of the nursing and early childhood programs at Herndon Vocational Center. Our department's education coordinator also conducted emergency medical responder training for the supervisory personnel at a local casino. How much work did they get done then? These certifications, along with our state license as a training entity, allow us to conduct all our required continuing education in-house at a substantial cost savings to the taxpayer. They continue to partner with Laurel Hills Elementary through Caring for Kids, held a food drive to collect food for families, Laurel Hills Elementary School for Thanksgiving meals, participated in Laurel Hills Trunk or Treat, offered ambulance tours, and held a teddy bear clinic at the school carnival. Employees, at their own expense, donated items for their school carnival prizes, provided snacks, and a large sign of appreciation to teachers and staff during the Teacher Staff Appreciation Week. They also adopted a family from a local elementary school at Christmas and provided gifts for the family using personal funds to purchase the gifts. They held several blood drives. I know I was there for some of them. Participated in numerous public relations events, very many. Kids Day at Carnegie, Kids Day at Raytown Mid-Continent Public Library, and on and on. Held several child safety seat inspection events throughout the year, and they installed and inspected over 180 child safety seats, with over 60 seats being provided free of charge to parents who were unable to financially provide their child with a seat. Department was awarded a Walmart grant for EMS education programs and a child safety seat program, and the staff participated in career days at several local schools, including the Herndon Career Center, discussing the career of pre-hospital emergency medical professionals. And last but not least, the finance department, short and sweet. 7th straight year of an unqualified, which is good, audit. Upgraded and implemented new Encodex for sewer and cashiering to be in sync with having one citywide software solution, and completed our final year as a county collection service. If anybody wants to know why we did that, it was costing the city a lot of money to have that service of collecting those county taxes. In conclusion, I want you to know that we are going to do great things that we have not dared to do in a long time. Just as our forefathers, who were pioneers and settlers, dared to do more and to dream great dreams, those that have come before us were great people who dreamed big and made this town a great place to live, work, and play. We now have people that continue that legacy. This is our time to make our town thrive again. We will take advantage of the geographical location we have in this metropolitan area. We will take advantage of the fact that we have the Oregon, California, and Santa Fe trails coming through our downtown, along with the Rock Island Corridor branch of the Katy Trail. And we will take advantage of the fact that we have the rail and trail of the Rock Island Corridor coming through our town. This town of ours is a small town atmosphere in a major metropolitan area. Let me repeat, we have the greatest people, we have the greatest churches, schools, police, fire, emergency medical services, city services, kids sports, and all of the other service organizations that we have. We never give in, and we never give up. Our town is made up collectively of many diverse people who are proud, hardworking, helpful, caring, sharing, talented, hopeful, inventive, and friendly. They are people who look after one another and help one another. We are Raytowners. I am proud to have grown up here. I am proud of its people, and I am looking forward to being here the rest of my life and watching this city bloom once again into greatness. I am proud to be the mayor of this town, and I'm always proud to proclaim that I am from Raytown. Thank you all for being here. God bless you all. God bless Raytown, and God bless these United States of America. Have a great afternoon, and thank you for listening to me.
Okay, now we have some fun prizes to give away. What? The first one is a $50 Hy-Vee gift card donated by Casey P&L. Okay. Dr. Kenneth Hoagland? Sorry. Congratulations. 30-day membership to The Rock. Karen Black. Ooh, a spectacular Raytown Chamber trunk organizer. Erica Ross.
This is a jacket. They can get it in their size or whatever color.
Okay, a jacket from Rock Fitness Gear. And if this isn't your size, you can exchange it. Susan Haley. Okay. Want to thank you all for attending today, and we hope to see each of you at V's next month.